Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome. I hope you are well and thank you for joining me at whatever point you join me on this live stream. You may choose to join me live or you may be watching on the replay. It is great to have you. So I hope all is well. So if you're new to this channel, my name is Angela and thank you for coming and spending a little time out with me today. What we do, I've got an itchy nose. What we do on this channel is we do all sorts of things. We're a lifestyle channel. So we do shopping hauls that includes clothes and food and household goods. We do lots and lots of chit chat. We do cooking and recipes. I'm on a weight loss journey, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my month and how I've got on in the month in regards to my weight loss journey. So we do lots of chit chat around that, lots of tips and hacks around that, and we do all sorts of things on this channel. So, and one of the things that happen is as soon as I get talking, I get really, really warm. It's either Betsy starts, right? My cat Betsy starts meowing, or I get really warm. I was absolutely fine before I started talking. So I'm gonna put my fan on. Please excuse me. I've got the fan here, so I'm gonna put it on. So, oh, there we go. Oh, it's nice and cool. So you just have to excuse the noise. I keep it low, but you can see I'm getting all sweaty. Well, glowing. I'm glowing. Yeah, I'm glowing, and my glasses are getting all steamed up. Look at that. I was absolutely fine, literally fine. And then the minute I start talking, I get warm. Yeah. So, oh, that's better. Oh, nice and cool. So, yeah. So that's what we do on this channel. Sorry about the introduction. Sometimes I'm a bit more professional than that, but yeah, we do. We just, you know, do it informally. When I started my channel, it used to all be scripted. Used to have a script and everything, but now it's just like, as we go, And I kind of like it like that. I like it just unscripted, go with flow, see how we roll. I like it like that, and I hope you do too. So good evening, Horatio. Good evening, Vic. Great to have you both with me this evening. I hope you are all well. So guys, today we are the 3rd of June. We're literally halfway through the year. Where on earth has it gone? Halfway through the year. Can't believe it. And we're 3rd of the month, and it means that I'm late. I'm late coming to you with my weight loss results, because normally I come to you usually like on the last day of the month or the first day of the month. So I do apologise. Being a little bit late. But that's what I'm going to share with you this evening. I'm going to share with you my results for the month of May. So the month of May, where shall I start? So the month of May has been, I was really thinking about what I was going to say. No, my door just opened. Spooky, eh? No, it's probably one of the cats trying to come in. But the month of May, it was unremarkable. Let me put it that way. Nothing really unusual, anything special happened in terms of my weight loss journey. And I was thinking about this when I was thinking about, what I was going to share with you this evening. And it's unremarkable. There was a few things that I'm going to tell you that stood out as highlights for me, but overall there wasn't anything like outstanding. And I was thinking about this, and I know why. I know why that is. And it's because this is now my lifestyle. I just have a lifestyle. And you know, the way that you get up every morning, you get ready, you brush your teeth, you go to the loo, you have a bath or a shower, you get dressed, and you start your day. Because you do it so often every single day, it's unremarkable. So you get to work, you meet your friends and your family, and you don't say, "Do you know what I did this morning?" Well, I got up, I brushed my teeth, I went to the loo, put my makeup on, got dressed. You don't do that. Nobody does that because it's just part of who you are. And if you got up out of bed and you tripped over the cat, yeah, or you sat on your glasses, that's unusual. So that's news, and you share that. But you know, when I get to work, everybody's had pretty much the same journey as me. You get up, you get ready, you have your shower, you get dressed, you leave the house, you get in your car or on the bus or the train, however you get to work, you get to work, you get started. It's unremarkable, because that is just your lifestyle. And that's how it is for me now. It's just it's just unremarkable. I mean, so I was sitting there and I'm thinking, oh, what am I going to say? And I was going to like, okay, my sleep is good. It's been good for months. Nothing unusual about that. It's not remarkable, you know. Um, my food, unremarkable. I share with you what I eat. The portion sizes. It's unremarkable, and my activity is probably the most thing I can remark on, which I'll tell you a little bit more. My mindset, pretty much the same, nothing unusual has happened there, and my confidence, I'll tell you a bit about that. But other than that, it's pretty remarkable. And that's not a negative. That's not a negative, it's a positive. And because back in the day, whenever I started a weight loss journey, whether it be Slimming World, Weight Watchers, I did Atkins, I did keto, I was calorie counting, I did Cambridge liquid diets. Whenever I did that, my whole world was consumed by that. Yeah, it was like I remember doing the liquid diet and thinking and getting up in the morning and thinking, okay, I've got to have my shake. What shake am I going to have today? And oh, I can't have anything else until my next shake. Or what? My whole world was consumed with it. And then when I changed to Weight Watchers, I was completely consumed about my points, thinking, oh, how many points is this? How many points is that? How many points should I make my breakfast? How many points have I got left over for snack? My whole world was consumed by it. Same with Slimming World, when I did sins or when I was counting calories, it was my whole world and I was able to remark on it. But now that I've got into my groove, and I'm not saying that this is right for you because your journey is your journey, but for me, what I do every day is such a lifestyle. I don't even think about it. The same way I get up in the morning, and I have my morning routine. I don't even think about it. It just becomes automatic. Don't stop and think about it. And sometimes I get in the car and I drive from A to B. I get there and I think, how did I? How did I get here? I don't even consciously remember the journey because I'm just so used to it. And that's where I'm at in my weight loss and wellness journey. It's I've got such um, there's those healthy habits I've got down. You know, I've got them pinned down. They work for me, and it's now part of my lifestyle. Whereas at the start of my journey 5 years ago, that was my life, and these were my habits. And you know, my habits just completely overtook my life. But now, over time, what's happened is my life and my habits are like that. Are you loving the orange nails, by the way? Yeah, and my life and my habits are like that. So now I don't even think about, you know, points or sins or calories, or I don't even think about it. Um, and you know, somebody asked me a question on Instagram, and they said, how have you lost so much weight? How have you lost so much? And my biggest tip is exactly that. Don't let your life and your habits become two separate things, because what will happen is the habits just, you know, your program, your plan, whatever, we just become so consumed with it, it overtakes our life. And then when we get tired of the habits, we put them away, and there's our life, and we're still at the same place that we were. We might have even regained that weight or not have the results we want. What we want is to get to a point where those habits are part of our life, they're entwined with our life. Yeah. And then we get to that point where we're not even having to overthink it, because that was me. I used to overthink, you know, on my program, on my plan, overthinking everything. So that's why I say um, June, June, May, and the past couple of months, it's been pretty unremarkable. And I feel like every month I'm coming to you with my results and sharing pretty much the same thing, you know. Um, and I was thinking, well, why is that? And that's why. It's because my habits and my life is intertwined like that. So my sleep is good, no change there. I know the weather's warm, but I'm still sleeping with my electric blanket. I do have it on low heat, and I just love it. I love that warm, snuggly feeling. So yeah, yeah, long may it last. Sleep is good. My mindset is again in a really good place. Um, and you've often heard me say on the weight loss journey in the community, we always talk about taking responsibility. And I say, no, ditch that. It's not about taking sorry. I People say in the community, I need to take accountability. And I say, no, ditch that. It's not accountability that we need. We need to take responsibility. Two very similar words, totally different meaning. It can make that difference on your journey. And I ditched the whole, oh, I need to track for accountability. I need to attend meetings for accountability. I need to be a part of the community for accountability. No, ditch that. That's what I did. Good evening, Rachel. Hello, my lovely. Great to have you here with us this evening. So I say ditch accountability and take responsibility. Good evening, Tony. Great to have you with us on here tonight. When you go to the doctor doesn't expect you to be accountable for your health. He expects you to take responsibility for your health. Yeah, to take the medication, to take the treatment, to eat healthily, do the walks, do all the things that he recommends. He expects you not to be accountable for that. He expects you to take responsibility for you and your health. And that's what we need in the weight loss community. Ditch the accountability and take responsibility. So that's what I do. I take responsibility. And, on Friday, I was like, you know what? I fancy a sausage roll. Just fancied one. So I went to Greg's and I bought a sausage roll. But not just any old sausage roll. I bought a 4-pack. A pack of 4 sausage rolls. And I ate one on the way home. As I was halfway through it, I thought, Angela, what are you doing? You bought a pack of 4 sausage rolls. So they're sitting in the fridge. And I thought, no, I'm taking responsibility for what I've bought and what I've put in my body. I'm taking the responsibility for that. I'm responsible. I made that decision. I took myself into Greg's. I stood in the queue. And when my mouth opened, I was going to ask for one. Honestly, I was going to ask for one. But I saw the pack of 4. And I thought, I'll get the pack of 4. I have to take responsibility. You know, I'm not an angel, by the way. I'm not an angel on this journey. But yeah, take responsibility. And when I took responsibility and I stopped and thought, Angela, okay, well, look, what have you done, girl? What have you done? And then I thought, you know what? I wanted one. I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to put the rest away. Yeah? And I will eat them. You know, I'm not throwing money away. I'm not eating them or throwing them away. But I'm going to take responsibility for that decision that I made. Yeah. Good evening, Sherry. Great to have you with us this evening, my lovely. So yeah, you know, when we take responsibility, we stop the blame game. Stop the blame game. You know, stop blaming ourselves. And I had to acknowledge that was the decision I took. And I was happy with that decision. Could I have made a different decision? Absolutely. I could have just bought the one, but I didn't. I bought 4. I could have said to myself, do you know what? Because I was on my way home. I could have said to myself, do you know what? Angela, do you really want a sausage roll? Yeah? Do you really want all of that? You know, the fatty pastry, that fatty meat. Yeah? Do you really want that? You know, if you're going to go into Greg's, buy a salad. You know? I was like, nah. I could have thought, you know, buy a sandwich. I thought, nah. You know? Or I could have just walked straight past Greg's and thought, you know what? Go home. You've got tons of food at home. You know, go and do that. But I made the decision. I took responsibility. So yeah, there's a difference there. So my mindset, even though, you know, I ended up with that 4-pack, you know, I was okay with it. I was absolutely fine with it. And oh my goodness, they are delicious. They are really, really good. But did you know that the sausage roll is Greg's top selling product? Yeah, top selling product. It has been for years. And I know why. It's really nice. Took responsibility, still listening to those podcasts, but also now I'm not focusing on food all the time. Yeah, because, you know, when we have full lives, whether it be work or family or friends or socializing or our hobbies, our garden, our interest, or your sewing or my fish tanks or whatever it is, when we have full lives, we're then not so focused on just what we eat. We're not so just focused on food. And I don't know about you, but when I joined Weight Watchers, And whenever I've done a weight loss program in the past, that's all I focused on. Just focused in on the food. Now, that's not to say that it's not important, because it is, because food is an important part of the journey. But the stage that I'm at now, and it didn't happen overnight, it took me a while. I got to the point where, because I've got so much more going on in my life, I just have less time to focus in on food. However, when I do focus in on food, I have to buy in the right food. I do have to think about the food. I do have to plan the food. And I do have to have those recipes that are quick and easy. Because gone are the days I don't want to be sitting for an hour over a cookbook deciding what I'm going to make. Then I don't want to spend another hour in the kitchen making it. Yeah, I just want it to be really quick, because I've got other things going on in my life. But that's not to negate how important it is to get the right foods in. Oh, so Vic, all I think about now is food. Listen, my lovely, don't ever put yourself down. Don't ever put yourself down. You are beautiful. You are a beauty. Always remember that. Don't ever put yourself down. Um, yeah. So it's that it's time to plan. But planning your meals doesn't have to be a long, drawn out process. And talking about planning, funnily enough, we have got, as part of our membership, our meal planning session tomorrow night. So what's involved in our meal planning session? What we do, we're going to have a Zoom. No, I do it on YouTube. Do YouTube live just for the members, and we talk about constructing a meal plan, and especially for this summer weather, we're going to be talking about how to construct those easy meals, those throw together meals that are still nutritious, that's really healthy, that's really filling, and that's going to support us on the journey. Okay. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to share with you a suggested meal plan. You're going to have lots of breakfast ideas, lunch ideas, dinner ideas, and snack ideas. And those then get uploaded to the community section of the membership here on YouTube. And then you choose what you would like me to cook or prepare. And then once you've made that decision, I'm going to make that on the very next live stream, which is going to be this week. And that live stream is, again, just for members. So if you're not part of our membership and you want to be involved in that and see what we do, come along, come along. There's the link on the channel with all the information about the membership. Come and join us. So that's what we're doing this week. So if you want those tips for those meals that are quick, super easy, super tasty, really delicious, that's going to help you on your journey, come and be part of us. We've got 3 levels of membership. All the information is there. Feel free to check that out. Because sometimes it's just, if you're just tired of the tuna salad or the egg salad, sometimes you just want something quick and easy, but is still going to do the job. Well, that's where me and my expertise around menus and food and recipes come in. So I'll put together some suggestions. And then the other thing that we do as part of the membership is, if you've got a meal plan and you feel that it's not working for you, send it to me. Yeah, send it to me, or bring it along when we have our social network hub meetings, and we can talk it through. Yeah, and we can give you some suggestions, some meal ideas. You're never alone. So yeah, that's happening. So got to have a little sip of my squash. There we go. So mindset is good. Just talking about food, just a little bit more about food. So this past month, I've really been, again, as usual, focusing on that whole food I'm going for salads, lots of salads. You may have seen some of my what I eat in the day. Lots of salads. I love the bistro salad with those green leaves and the beetroot as well. I'm going for lots of lighter meals, drinking plenty of water. Really good. And you know what? I had just something I'm going to share with you. So I a couple of times this month experienced really terrible cramp. Really, honestly, when I say the cramp was crippling, really, really bad. And I realised there's a couple of reasons why you can get cramp. Apart from being linked to a very, very serious health condition, okay, it could be because of not enough salt or too much salt in your diet, okay? But the other reason is dehydration. And on those, I think it was maybe 2 or 3, I've got a very strange cat in my kitchen who's just eaten Bobby and my cat's food. Yeah, it's Betsy's baby daddy. It's coming in, checking out the menu. I know. And I looked out this morning and he was sleeping on the garden sofa. I'm like, he's making himself at home. I don't know if you saw the photos that I posted where he was in the house, checking out the house, checking the sleeping arrangements. I don't know. I'm going to have to charge him rent. Anyway, so I was saying that this month I've had about 2 or 3 episodes where my legs just went from like it's my calf and my foot like literally stiffens and the pain is horrendous. And when again, you know me, I'm into that going inside and just stopping, thinking what's going on, why am I feeling like this? And what I realised on both occasions, I was dehydrated. I drank water, but I hadn't drank enough. Now, that's not a medical diagnosis. That's not, any medical advice or anything for anybody. I'm just saying, for me, that was, I was getting this severe cramp because I was dehydrated. And even though I drink, a fair amount of water every day, in this warmer weather, I find I need to drink even more. So I'm upping my water from 2 litres to about 2.5, 3 litres of water. Naturally drink less in winter, but in the spring and summer I drink a lot more. So yeah, a little point there for you. Sherry, hello my lovely. You say that there needs to be flexibility in your plans coupled with motivation and intentional decision making. Indeed, too rigid a plan and you set yourself up for failure. Yeah, be easy on yourself. Yeah, absolutely. So, and I'm a big advocate of whatever plan, whatever system, whatever thing you do. As you know, guys, I do intermittent fasting and I practice mindful eating, but we have to be kind to ourselves. And you've seen me many a times where I'm talking to you and it's way past 7. Doesn't mean that's it, it's gone past 7, I'm not eating. No, I have that flexibility and I'm still eating. Likewise, if you're following a point system or sins or calorie counting, there are going to be times that you will go under and there will be times that you go over. You just have to find that what works for you and get that balance, because nothing is an exact science. And if we're trying to get an exact science, we're going to be disappointed because we're going for perfection. We have to have that flexibility, because life is flexible. Life doesn't always, work on a rigid basis. We have to be flexible. Yeah. No, we haven't got kittens yet, Vig. We haven't got kittens. I'm a little bit concerned, actually, to be honest. If she doesn't drop those kittens by the end of this week, I'm going to take her back to the vet and have her scanned again to see what's going on. Yeah. So I'll keep you posted. So yeah, my food, going for whole foods, going for the salad, drinking that water, going for those lighter meals, still looking after my portions, still going for that nutrition first, mindful eating. But I did treat myself to a meal out this month, and you would see that I've posted it in the community tab. I just felt really good about myself. Felt it was, yeah, I'm sure it was bank holiday, and I just thought, "Do you know what? I feel good. The sun is shining. I'm on my own today. I'm going to take myself out for lunch." And back in the day, I would never have done that. If I'd have gone for lunch, it would have been at a time where it was dead quiet. Yeah. Maybe as soon as they open at lunchtime, so I'd be like the only one in the restaurant. Um, but more often than that, I wouldn't do it. But I was like, no, this girl is feeling good. I was like, I'm going. I want to do this. You know, because I love the harvester. Love the harvester. So yeah, I took myself out. You know, got all dressed up and everything. You know, um, I spoke to my daughter-in-law. Says, "Oh, I'm going out to the harvester." She's like, "On your own?" I goes, "Yeah, going on my own." And I absolutely loved it, and you know, and yeah, you do get the looks, and people looking as like, oh, she's on her own, you know, when people are sat around the table with all their families, yeah, and yeah, I was on my own. I was like, don't feel sorry for me, you know, I'm living my best life, yeah, don't need your pity. I just ordered my meal, absolutely loved it, and you know, one of the things that I've really enjoyed on my life journey, on my weight loss journey, is that I'm so comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am, that I can go anywhere and not feel out of place. And as some of you know, I cruise on my own, going cruises on my own, and people are like, oh my God, you know, and I'm like, yeah. And I think that's because my confidence has grown so much. I can go anywhere, do anything, you know. I can walk into my local pub and order a drink and sit down, you know. I feel that confidence because confidence isn't just about how we look or how we carry ourselves. Those are really important points of confidence. But confidence is also up here, is how we think. And that confidence allows us to do so many things that we would never do, never dream of doing. It will allow us to go, take us to places, to say things, to stand up in a crowd, to speak publicly, you know, to do something, to have a YouTube channel, you know, to write a book, to sing a song in public, you know, and to write poetry and to speak publicly. That's confidence, yeah. And over time, it's just wonderful to find ways to allow our confidence to grow. Welcome, Susie. Great to have you with us this evening, my lovely. So, yeah, you don't care. You eat out by yourself. I love that. Mainly in cafes or pubs or even the busy Weatherspoons. The staff are friendly and, you know, the punters, people don't care what we do. Yeah, absolutely. I think most people are just focused on what they're doing. Yeah, they don't care about anybody else. You might get looks, you might get a few says, but overall, most people, you know, you know, I think we're living a different time now where it's more socially acceptable. Yeah, yeah, it's more socially acceptable. Years ago, you know, it just wasn't the done thing, was it? But now it's more acceptable. So yeah, I've been enjoying my meal out. Um, and again, even when I'm eating out, I'm still making the best choice for me. My confidence, as I said, my confidence this month is I've loved growing in confidence and seeing it come together. So my I've just went through my wardrobe as you do, you know, chucking out stuff, trying on things, you know, and replenishing. And I had some jeans. Because I've worked at home for 5 years, my wardrobe is mainly just joggers and t-shirts because you know, I was always down the gym, as some of you know. And so even now at weekends, I just pull on my joggers, my trainers, and a t-shirt, and I'm out the door. But with the summer weather, I think, do you know what, Angela, smarten up a little bit. So I pulled out some jeans, and I bought these jeans probably about 4 or 5 years ago when I had started, before the pandemic, I'd lost 4 stone. And then I started during the pandemic, you know, started to creep up again. And I bought them at the time that I'd lost, you know, that 4 stone. And they were a bit snug on me, but I thought, oh, I'll get into them. Anyway, I didn't. Yeah, the world came to an end, and I did in COVID, and I didn't get it back into them jeans. But I thought, do you know what? I'm not going to chuck them out. I'm going to save them. So I did. I saved them, and you know, we've all got that whole suitcase, that whole wardrobe of the I'll get back into them clothes. Yeah. Well, this was a pair of them, and picked them up, and I looked at them, and the legs were really skinny, the hips were skinny, and I thought, it's not looking likely, love. It's not looking likely. And I tried them on. And not only did they get on, but they slid on. It was like butter on a hot knife. And I was like, what? I was like, I can't believe this is me in these jeans. Couldn't believe it. And one of my lovely followers, one of my friends, said to me, Angela, she said this a few months ago. She says, Angela, you are smaller than you think you are. And that just kept running through my head. So you know who you are. You know who you are who said that. Yeah, she said, you're smaller than you think you are. And I was like, you know what? She's absolutely right. In my head, I still see myself as a big girl. And I wasn't. I could get into these jeans. Now, that's not to say I don't have weight to lose. I still have weight to lose. But I could now get into these jeans that were no longer tight, that I didn't have to lie on the bed and drag over my belly or use a hanger to sort of help me bring the button and the buttonhole closer together and breathe in for dear life to do the zip up. No. And then you get up off the bed and you walk in like that because they're so tight. No, didn't have to do that. I just slid up. And I was like, oh my goodness. Not only do these fit, but they feel loose on me. So I wore them. I wore them out. And I went over to my son and my daughter-in-law's. And my daughter-in-law said, God, you look so slim. And I was like, I just felt so good because I'd never, ever, ever been told that in my entire life. Nobody had ever told me I looked slim because I wasn't slim. But now here I was, somebody telling me that I look slim. And let me tell you, I was loving that. I was loving it. So yeah, my confidence just like spiraled, absolutely spiraled. So I got back home and I tried on other clothes. And then yesterday I had on some of my white jeans. And when I bought these white jeans, again, they're like the jeggings, I literally had to haul them over my belly and wriggle into them. And then, you know, when they're too tight and they're gaping at the back, no more, absolutely not. Literally, they just slid up. The legs were baggy, the hips were baggy. And I thought, next summer, I won't be able to wear them. They'll be too big. Yeah. And I just felt, you know, like when you try something on and you feel small in it. That's how I felt. I felt small. They just felt really, really very, very comfortable, if not a bit. So you women will understand this. So sometimes you wear the leggings or you wear the jeans because it holds you in all the right places. Yeah. And that's where, you know, when you get your skinny jeans or your slim fit, it just holds you in all the right places. Well, that's what these jeans did. A little bit too much, they held me. But now they don't even hold me at all. Yeah, I'm just like rattling in them, but they were fine to wear around. So I felt really good in them. And then I also, you'll see that I have took the photograph of me in my shorts, the shorts that I bought 2 years ago. And when I bought them in the sale, I bought them in the sale, and I was like, I'm not sending them back because I'm going to get into them. And not only did I get into them, but they had plenty of room. And I even wore them out on street. And they checked me out. I would never ever show my legs, wasn't confident to show my legs. The only time I ever wore shorts was in the garden or when I was on holiday when nobody knew me. Now I'm walking down the streets where all the neighbours know me in my shorts. I know. What next? Whatever next? Um, yeah, yeah. So thanks, Susie. Yeah, some great points you're making there, Susie. So yeah, you know, so all of this has absolutely built my confidence. Um, I'm just feeling really good about myself. I'm comfortable in my skin, really feeling comfortable in my skin. Whereas, you know, I used to always feel so self-conscious, you know, because, you know, I've got boobies, and you know, I was always conscious about my boobies, always conscious about my belly, always conscious about my bum, you know. But now I'm feeling everything is more in proportion, and because of that, my confidence level is increased. Um, and I know, you know, there's a whole argument that you should feel confident, whatever size you are, and I totally agree. But you have to find that for yourself. Yeah, you have to define what confidence is for you, and yeah, what that is for you and what that looks like for you, because it's going to look different for everybody. Some people can be, you know, really, really big and super confident, and some people can be as thin and at their, you know, the right BMI, the right weight, and not be confident. So you have to find what that means for you. Yeah, yeah, indeed, Vic. It's not that easy. It's not that easy, you know. And we all say, you know, we all make it like trip off the tongue, but it's not easy. We have to find it, and it can take a long time. You know, it can take a long time to get to that point where we know what that looks like for us. You know, because I know some people who are slim, you know, slim and at the right height and weight for them, and they've got their confidence isn't there. Whereas you can find other people who are much bigger and they're full of joy and full of confidence and they're celebrating every inch and curve. There is no standard. We have to find the right level for us, and that takes time. And talking about that, again, in our membership, we've got next week a workshop which is all about that. It's about the confident you, and we're going to be exploring that in more detail, what that looks like for you. What does the confident body look like for you? What does that confident mind, that confident self looks like? And how can we start on that journey to opening that doorway to understanding what it looks like for us and what steps we need to take to progress towards that? We're going to be doing some work around that because it's different for everybody, and we need to find our own path towards that. So yeah, again, guys, if you're not part of the membership, come and join us. Come and join us. Now, I did have a very interesting question. Somebody did send me a question, and they said, would I, if somebody didn't want the whole membership package, would I just offer that workshop out as a one-off for them to buy and attend. And I thought that was a really good idea, but I'd love to know what you think. Those of you who are members and those of you who are not members, do you think it's an idea that I offer individual, instead of the membership, the monthly membership, I just offer out those workshops individually, almost as a taster? So let me know what you think. When I stopped and thought about it, I thought, well, I think that the membership, especially, you know, the $12.99 and the $24.99, $25.99, is fantastic value. It really is. So if I was to just offer out workshops individually, I'm going to be charging a tenner for one. And if you're going to pay £10 just to attend one Zoom workshop, you might as well just have the membership for $12.99 a month. But let me know, what do you think? What do you think, guys? Do let me know. So yeah, you're feeling really confident. I'm walking with my head high. You might have seen on Friday we had a dress down day at work, and I wore my head wrap for the first time. And this, I'm just going to take this fan off now. It's really cold, and it just got me thinking. I had a conversation with my colleague the other day, and you know, he wore his turban. And we had this really good conversation about turbans and turban styles. And then I looked around the office, and you know, there were people wearing their hijabs or their headscarves. And I love that because I think it's cultural diversity. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to start wearing my head wrap. Going to start wearing my head wrap, especially in the summer, because I used to do it all the time. You know, some of you might remember me from my previous job. And when I was in the kitchen cooking, I used to like have my hair up and wear my head wrap. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to start doing that, especially when it's hot. I'm going to start wearing my head wrap. And again, that's about me and my confidence, coming out my comfort zone in my work environment to celebrate who I am and to celebrate my heritage and my roots. Yeah, yeah. So Vic, you was wondering if you, I was wondering if you offered the one-to-one as a one-off or on a need as basis. Yes. So with the membership, the membership is it's, you know, if 1 month you think, do you know what, I just want some coaching, then you can just have the membership for 1 month at that price. You don't have to do it rolling. Okay. You might think, do you know what, I just want to do the $12.99 just for 1 month and see how it goes. You can do it. You can cancel at any time. So if you did want to do the time out for Nirvana with the coaching, you could just do that as a one-off. Yeah, just as a one-off session. Or you might think, I just need it for 2 months or 3 months, and that's it. Yeah. So, you know, it's totally flexible, you know, totally flexible for you. There is no tie-in. You're not tied in to anything. And if you are part of the, if you've selected the time out for Nirvana with the coaching, then do remember to email me. My email address is on the page. Email me so we can organise your coaching session. Okay. Oh, and thank you. I'm glad you like my head wrap. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've got them. I've got loads of them, so I'm going to start wearing them, especially in the summer. Yeah. So yeah, feeling good, walking with my head held high. And do you know what? That's not just about weight loss. My confidence is about me, working on myself, working on my self-belief. working on who I am, investing in me. That's where the confidence has come from. And because I'm confident, it then helps me to make good decisions around what I eat, my sleep, my activity, my mind. It just influences everything. So yeah, you know, I'm I'm moving a little bit more with the weather that's a bit brighter. So I'm getting out at lunch times, maybe 2, 3 times a week, walking around the block, really enjoying that. I really struggled today because my hip's quite bad at the moment. So I was in a lot of pain, but I was like, do you know what? I'm committed. I'm getting out there and I'm just going to do a walk for, it was only like 15 minutes, but I did it today. But I really, really needed that. And they've given me a standing desk at work as well, so I can stand, because sitting down and then, oh goodness, when I sit for ages and then I go to stand and walk, I'm like, somebody bring me my Zimmer frame, please. Yeah. So yeah, really struggling with my arthritis at the moment. So they've really supported with those reasonable adjustments at work, getting out and walking a little bit. And then, when I can, I get out in the garden, do a little tour of that, and been over the nature centre as well. You've been with me on that. So yesterday I saw my PT. I know. And I was going to the shop next to the gym, and she was coming out of the gym, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I can dodge her. But with this hair, I get spotted miles apart. So she saw me, and I thought I better not ignore her. So I said hello to her, and she recognised me straight away, and she gave me a hug. And I was like, oh, I'm really sorry, I've not been to the gym, and I just felt really apologetic. And I was like, do you know what? After I spoke to her, she's so sweet. She really, really is lovely. And she's such an inspiration. She truly, truly is. And I was like, do you know what? I need to get back. I need to get back in the gym, because I really feel the difference in my body from this time last year when I was in the gym. So I need to get there. So I need to look at my schedule and carve out some time. It'll most likely now be in the evenings and weekends, but even if I can only get there once or twice a week, I need to do it. And I need to get her back in my life. Yeah, need to have some PT sessions. So I'm going to explore that. And then on Saturday, some of us from our community went to see a theatre show called Swim Auntie Swim. Oh my goodness, it was just fantastic. I thought it was going to be a show about 4 African women learning to swim, going to be a bit of a comedy about that. I didn't realise just how deep this was. And let me tell you, there was not a dry eye in the house. And even the bloke sat next to me, whipped out his tissue. He was crying. We were just. And when you get a show, even if it's a TV program, a movie, a book that touches your emotions, it's a good thing. Yeah. So I went to see that, and very quickly, you need to check it out. It's the Belgrade Theatre in Coventry. Find them on Instagram, find them on YouTube. It's called Swim Auntie Swim. Absolutely incredible. Independent, young black woman from Sierra Leone. She's the writer, and the story is about 3 women: a Nigerian woman, Ghanaian woman, and a Sierra Leone woman. And they're all friends, and 2 of them are regular swimmers at the swimming bath, and they're trying to get their 3rd friend from Sierra Leone to go swimming, but she's resisting. And there's reasons why she's resisting. I'm not going to give it away, but there's reasons why she's resisting. But we realize that water is cleansing. It's also healing. It's a healer. And through the water and through learning to swim, they form friendships. They form bonds. they support and help each other, and they heal. Honestly, it is just superb. And at the end of it, we have the opportunity, because we did the Saturday matinee, which was the finale was on the Saturday night, but we attended the Saturday matinee, and they did a Q&A, and we got to meet the actors and the actresses and the crew. Oh my goodness, absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. So I was truly inspired. And I know some people who attended were like, right, that's it. On Sunday, I need to be near the water. So they went off near some water. And I was like, right, that's it. I'm going to start swimming again. So I ordered my soul cap. I'll take a photo and put it on the on here. I'm going to put my fan back on and become ever so warm again. I bought my soul cap, which is like if you've got a lot of hair or if you've got locks. Because, you know, a regular swimming cap, even if I was bald, a regular swimming cap would not go nowhere near my big head. So with all of this hair, I need a big swim cap. So I bought my soul cap to get my hair up, get it all in, put it on, and I'll be swimming. And my consultant recommended it for me because, you know, my frozen shoulder and my hips and everything. So yeah, I just, you see, if I go swimming, I like to be there first thing in the morning when the water pool's nice and clean. So I'm going to have to face my fears with that. And but yeah, maybe at the weekend. Anyway, I'm blabbering now. So yeah, I'm going to get back swimming. So how did I do in the month of May? Well, let me have a sip. Oh, it's thirsty work, all this talking. Let's have a look what we've got in the chat. Oh, you love the head wrap. Thank you, my lovely. Oh. So, okay, so if you start charging £10 to view a one-off video, you think it'll encourage people to become a member as it's much better value. Vic agrees. People will realise it's better value after paying £10. Yeah, absolutely. Didn't see a person. Yeah. I just think that, see, if that was me, if somebody was saying you can pay £10 just to join a one-off session, or £12.99 and you get lots more, I'd be like, forget it, I'll do the £12.99. Yeah, value for money. But I do see that £10 might, I don't know. You know, see, if it was a fiver, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll give it a try. But I'm not charging a fiver because I know my worth. Even at a tenner, that's cheap. You know, £12.99. That's really cheap. You know, sometimes you got to know your worth. So yeah, I'll think about it a little bit more because you know, as say, when I join up the gym, I could pay $14.99 and I can go with off peak, and there's limited value, or I can pay £5 or more and have the full package. And I'm like, well, why would I pay $14.99? I'll just pay £5 or more. So yeah, I need to think about that. But thank you for your comments. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so results, guys, results. So this month of May, so in the month of April, I lost £5. And I did say I thought it might have been a bit of a fluke because I've never lost £5 in my entire weight loss journey. And it wasn't a fluke. It was as it is. You know, my body's changing, all my hard work's paying off. And I thought to myself, it'll probably slow down or halt in the month of May. Because that was a lot. It was a lot for my body to lose. Although at the time I didn't feel it, but when I was trying on my clothes, I started to see it. And even when I crossed my legs, you know, I'm sitting at work crossing my legs, and my legs are crossed all day. and it's super comfortable. And I've never ever been able to do that, never. So I'm seeing it in different places. So whilst I didn't quite believe it on the scales, I did see it in my clothes and in my body. So I thought, well, how is that going to last? Is that, is that going to continue? So I go on the scales on the 31st, of May. And it's just been a really busy couple of days, and I've not been able to update you since then. And a pound off. So again, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting maybe stay the same, or maybe even a little gain, but no, pound off. And I just think for me, I just think that because I've just gotten into that routine, gotten into that habit, the intermittent fasting is definitely working for me. I don't think I would have been successful if I wasn't doing the intermittent fasting. I've got no evidence, that is just my belief. Because when I do the intermittent fasting, I learned that when you're having that non-fasting period, your body is using the calories and using the fat it's already stored. And when it burns fat, that's when we lose the weight. So for me, believe that the fact that I'm not the fact that I'm fasting and I'm not eating in in my fasting window, my body needs the energy, so it's turning to the stored fat. It's turning to all that food that I ate months and years ago and is stored all over my body in the form of fat, and my body is burning it up. Yeah, really believe that. And the other thing that I really believe is helping me is eating mindfully, eating slowly. So with that combination, I really believe that's why I'm consistently seeing results. So just to answer the question that I had on Instagram, what am I doing to make me lose so much weight and consistently? I'm putting it down to those three things. Just those three things. Eating mindfully and eating slowly, and within that, focusing on the nutrition. And as part of that, eat the nutrition, going for as much whole food as I can, minus the Greg's sausage rolls, but occasionally it's fine, but as much whole food as possible, and having that eating window, the fasting, really making a difference for me. Oh, thank you, Horatio, thank you. So yeah, a pound off, wasn't expecting it, but that brings me to £125. I know. So 15 pounds to go before I hit my goal of £140. So yeah, only 15 pounds off my goal. So I'm really pleased with that. Really pleased. But as I mentioned last month and the month before, 15 pounds to me doesn't seem enough. I feel like I could lose another stone, and I could probably lose another 2 stone to get down to where I want my body to be. But I think that's about me not seeing me, and it's hard. When you've always been big, I still see myself as the big girl until I look in the mirror when I'm stood next to somebody, and then I think, oh my goodness. Or if I take a photo next to somebody, I think, oh, gosh, I'm not as big as I think I am. I'm a lot smaller than I think I am. Or when I buy clothes and I'm trying on clothes and I'm getting into those 14, 16s really comfortably, and I'm like, in my head, I'm still like the 22, 24, 26 girl, you know. So it's taken that time to adjust. But I've still got the tum. So I think I'll just see what I look like, because when I hit that goal, that milestone, that'll be amazing for me. But I'm more about how I look and how I feel and how I want to feel and my energy levels and all of that stuff. So I'll see what happens. But for now, I'm just, this is how I'm rolling. Just rolling, 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 rolling. Not overthinking it. I think one of the worst things you can do, or that I've done, was overthinking. Overthinking, worrying, fretting, getting caught up, um, getting caught up in, you know, the numbers, you know, the program, the system, the food combined, and you can't eat this and without that, and you know you've got to keep them separate, or you've got to have this with that. And you know, do you remember back in the day there was the whole food combining program? You know, yeah. I put a post on Instagram and I said I've ditched the diet mentality, and this is what happened. Yeah, and that works for me. And I appreciate that some people need structure. May need the Weight Watchers or the Slimming World. You may need the calories or the keto or the paleo. You may need the food combining. You may need that, you know, and that's okay. You know, we go with what works for us as individuals. So there we go, guys. £125 off. Do you know, I never ever thought it was possible. I didn't even think I could lose half a stone at the start of my journey. Didn't even think I could, because I was the lady that gained weight at the start of the journey, actually gained weight. But I just thought, you know what, giving up is not an option. Absolutely not an option. And I've had many ups and lots of downs and lots of stay the same. It's just been that roller coaster. But who would have thought 5.5 years later? And again, it's not been like, you know, just under 9 stone in a year. No, it's taken me 5 years. 5 years to do it. Yeah, but if I'd have given up, I wouldn't have been here. You know, just keep going, keep learning about you, your body, what makes it work for you. You know, learn about weight loss. That's one of the things that weight loss companies don't teach you. They teach us about their plan, about their system and their method. They teach you nothing about weight loss, how weight loss occurs, what makes you lose weight, how you lose weight, what happens in the body to make you lose weight. They teach you nada about that. Go out, do your research, learn about it, learn how your body lose weight. Apply those principles, you'll be fine, absolutely fine. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Horatio. It's all about how comfortable you feel in yourself as we get older. Losing too much weight to when we was younger makes you look older. Yeah, you know, you just got to feel comfortable in yourself, and you've got to find that medium, haven't you? You've got to find that medium that's right for you. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's all good, all good. So guys, thank you so much for being with me. I know I've rabbited on for a long time, but thank you so much for being with me. I hope you enjoyed this session. So I'm back tomorrow night with my crew doing our meal planning session. So do come and join us if you're part of the membership. I will pop the details there. It will be on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be a private session for you on YouTube, not on Zoom. be on YouTube. I was just thinking if we could do it on Zoom, we could do it on Zoom, but let's keep it simple. Do it on Zoom, sorry, on YouTube tomorrow, and yeah, and then we'll do our cook along as well. Right, guys, so whatever you are doing this evening, have a lovely, lovely, lovely evening. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, give this video a like because it just helps the algorithm, and leave a comment in the comment section when it's uploaded, when it goes live. Yeah, and feel free to share it too. Feel free to share it. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you very soon. Take care now. Bye.